Kids have turned on the TV over the past 5 days. Chances are they have a whole lot of questions about what's going on in Paris and around the world, and chances are, well, you're just as confused as they are after being bombarded by images of the tragedy and the word terrorism.
That's right. It's such a tough thing to deal with our children. But Dr. Parthanandi is here now. Dr. Nandi, where do you start?
You know, I have young kids. I have kids less than 5. I have a preteen. So what I would say is, if they're less than 5, just don't give them any. They don't need to really need anything about it. 6 to 11, you know, give them some facts, let them know what's going on. But I wouldn't go in the nitty-gritty, and I would not give them a lot of media coverage. That's important because they show some graphic stuff depending on who you watch. Now, when they're in that preteen age, I think you should give them the information and then kind of guide them through it and ask them, you know, what their opinion is, and teenagers especially.
Yeah, what about the older kids?
I think the teenagers, you know, they're already seeing it on TV, social media, their friends are talking about it. I would start with, like anything else, teenagers, they have an opinion, right? I mean, anybody who has teenagers know they have an opinion. So ask, what are you thinking about? What are your teachers telling you, and what are your other students telling you? And start from there. And then take away some of the misnomers and some of the misinformation and correct it for them. I think that's important.
Do you find kids get angry when confronted with all of this? I mean, it's a scary thing.
I think it's angry, but it's almost also the older kids, especially what we feel. It's confusion, it's the why, and then I think important to let kids know that despite the fact that it's a very uncertain time, that they're safe. That parents, it's our job to keep them safe and reassure them and tell them that, listen, you know, I'm also a little bit afraid, but I'm sure that with courage and with our country being as strong as it is, we're going to be safe and we're going to get through this together. I think it's important to let them know they're going to be okay, and you're going to help them be okay. It's very, very important.
I remember when 9/11, you saw it over and over and over again. We don't really want to expose our kids to this over and over again.
And in fact, that's a great point, because the 9/11, the kids that got exposed more, they have more problems with anxiety and other issues. So that repetitive exposure changed some of the mind.